Hi, my name is Olajide Sonny. I'm an insurance man.
All right, what is your assessment of Governor Ajimobi's administration in the last 6 years?
When actually Ajimobi has done a little, because in the first 4 years, I think he did actually well. But in the past 2 years now, I rate him very low. But in the area of security, I think he has done well. But in the area of job creation, he has not done much. So that's just my little assessment about him.
And so, what do he is about to celebrate 6 years in governance? Do you think his anniversary is worth celebrating?
For this year, I didn't think there is anything to celebrate about. There is nothing to celebrate about this year. So I would just encourage him, maybe in the next 2 years, let's see how it goes. Maybe it can improve in other aspects as well.
So what other aspect of the state?
I said it earlier on that in terms of job creation, you can see there's a lot of people out there, especially graduates, they didn't have anything to do. So in the area of employment creation, it should do more. And in the area of infrastructure, I think the government is on holiday totally about that in that side. So I wish he should do well in those two aspects and pay the workers' salary as well.
So, sir, what is your assessment of Governor Ajimobi's 6 years in government?
Well, I wouldn't know when you are talking about assessment, is it politically, socially, or generally? Which area do I...
In every aspect, as a citizen, how do you assess his government, his performance in the last 6 years?
Well, it's relative. The truth is that when you are talking about this present government in Oyo State, personally, I'm making a personal assessment now. I'm not looking at the general assessment of some individuals. But if I have to give marks, I would say it's an average man. I would say it's totally an average man, because when you are talking about his performance, there are a lot of areas he failed and failed woefully. He failed and failed woefully because, you see, there's what we call physiological needs of people. When you don't attend to the physiological needs of people and you think you are just, trying to really build structure here and there, as far as I'm concerned, you are failing. Because a nation or a state that cannot really feed people, such a nation fails. And that's exactly what is happening in Oyo State for the past, 6 years. Because talking about hunger on the land, I think is so much, prominent in this very state. And we thought that would have been one of the agendas of Ajimobi when he came in. But this man concentrated on, building, structures. Every time he's talking about, what's it called, the bridge that was built at Mokola Roundabout. I think it should have gone beyond that. Because we thought right from 2011 when he came in, when hunger was on the land, and that's the area he would have first of all tackled. Talking about agriculture, the agriculture has not gotten any impact as far as Oyo State is concerned. It has not got, in fact, I will say it has not got up to 10% impact in Oyo State. Okay? If you say you are constructing roads here and there for 6 years and people are not really enjoying you as a governor relatively to education and relatively to agriculture, I think it's not, to me, it's not a very nice performance. It's not a very good one. So I wouldn't know if there's some other areas you still want to talk about.
Now, you have listed a lot of areas that the governor has underperformed.
Yes.
Now, he has 2 years left. What areas do you think he should focus on more?
He can still do more in agriculture. He can do wonders in agriculture within those 2 years. Yes, if he's really serious about it, he can come up with, you see, I don't want to really disclose because there was some time I would say I'm an insider because I gave me some paper of how he has to really run the state economically. I personally gave him, but unfortunately, my paper was almost politicized because I feel that with the remaining 2 years that he can still do more by coming up with a very good blueprint on agriculture. And before you can really perform in that way, you yourself must be a fundamental farmer. You must be a farmer yourself. Farmer in the sense that you must be involved as a farmer. In fact, a local farmer, and people should see you as an example, then others will follow. You understand? But if you feel I mean, you are too far from the people in that particular area. People are not really going to do anything. He can lead this. He can lead this as a farmer, and when he leads it, other people will follow in agriculture, because leadership is by example. You must lead by example. When you are doing something, people will follow you as a good leader. Okay, and I feel with these 2 years, it can still do wonders. If you see, it should stop trading on trivialities. Some areas that are not necessary to be talking about. I don't want to go into that area, but these are core areas where I feel when it comes into that area, people will appreciate it. In fact, it's not supposed. If it was really serious, it's not supposed to struggle for second term. First time, he would have used first term as a platform for him to perform in the second time, and people will hail him, and he goes in for the second time. But when he came in for the second time, he struggled for it. He struggled for second time. He didn't need it. If he had really done what he's supposed to do in the first time, he would have gotten the ticket of second time, on a platter of gold. I'm telling you, what is really applicable in your state is applicable to many of them who don't even know they are behind any longer, as far as governance is concerned in this country. It's sad. It's an unfortunate thing. People are not happy. People are downtrodden. People have, in fact, a lot of people groan on poverty, on hunger. People are too dejected about what is really going on in this particular state, and even in the nation generally, because a lot of them are too concentrated on politics. Rather than doing the right thing they are supposed to do, they are concentrating on politicizing issues at the detriment of the needs of the common man. Thank you. Thank you very much.
One more question. Now, in the light of everything you have explained,
all right,
do you think that the governor is about to celebrate the 6th anniversary? Do you think the anniversary is worth celebrating in your own?
Did you say he wants to celebrate what?
6 years anniversary in government.
Can you see? But I have just finished saying trading on trivialities. These are part of the thing. Okay, I was watching one of them celebrating. In fact, trying to really spend honestly in River State. That's exactly what all of them do. Using our money, our tax, earned money on issues that are not cogent, are issues that are not really concerning the common man. Celebrating 6 years for what? All right, if you feel it is necessary, let us know your scorecard. If people know your scorecard and they appreciate what you have really, you can go ahead. But if your conscience tells you that you are not really, perform celebrating such, such 6 years thing is not necessary as far as I'm concerned, because it's not economical.
Thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Life will never be the same. Where do you go when you're by yourself? Who comes along when you cry for help? I know I can't change the past, but as the river